Okay, pack 2. What is jumping out? Turtle Shell Changeling, Bentacore, Eye Blight's Ending on the black side. No real white. Lash Out we could easily play between the Vivid Land, the Drum, and the Twig, but I'm probably going to go the Eye Blight's Ending. It's still in our colors. We're almost certainly going to play the we're going to play the Pilfers one way or another, and it's a fine card to have. No complaints about this guy. Hopefully we get one of the 4 blue cards back. They're all passable, and in the case of Turtle Shell Changeling, which I like quite a bit, a little better than passable. Timber Protector, very nice. Not in our colors, clearly. Moonglove Extract is in our colors, but we also have Dream Spoiler Witch and Sentinels of Glenendra. Dream Spoiler Witch is awfully good. You can do really strong things with that, but at some point we're going to say Austere Command will not make it. I think taking the Dream Spoiler doesn't quite get us there, but you know, ideally we play with all our picks. It's possible. We won't play with the command, but I don't want to rule it out. Dream Spoiler, again, doesn't mean Austere Command is gone, but it does mean that it's getting to the edge of how many black cards we're going to splash if we're going to play that deck. But in this case, it's still the best card to take. Muldrifter, wow. This is an 8-4 guys. I don't play the 4-3-2-2s very often. Clearly the card for us, Vivid Marsh, would be fine to have, but it's Muldrifter. There's really no decision here. I guess we cut out blue in both directions pretty well. That's exciting. Likewise, Broken Ambitions, a card I like to have in my decks, at least one. Nothing else stands out. Boggart Loggers is not as good as Broken Ambitions, even though sometimes it's pretty awesome. But Ambitions, easy pick. Ponder, Marrow Harbinger, Hornet Harasser, another Twig. Still nothing standing out for either the black or the white side, but that's okay because we have Marrow Harbinger or Ponder to choose from. I'm leaning towards Marrow Harbinger. I'm going to hide this guy now. I don't think he's going to get there. Let's see. Good Merfolk to search for. A couple. Could get some more. Seem to be blue centric. I like Ponder actually quite a bit, but Marrow Harbinger just has a little more potential. Hope we get a Ponder at some point, though. Boy Changeling, Vivid Meadow, Mournwelk. Well, I think I like the Vivid Meadow here. Again, keeping our options the most flexible as possible. I realize we haven't had much indication that white's available, but then again we haven't had much indication that black is going to be more than a splash color. We know we're playing blue, and that's really all we know. Mournwelk is a fine card, but we've got our high end covered decently well. I think we'll have plenty of 4-drops later on. Let's take the Meadow and just keep things happening. Mournwelk is certainly a legitimate pick here. I wouldn't look down on anybody for it, but I really would like to play Austere Command if possible. Not too much here, either Fairy Trickery or Paperfin Rascal. It's a close call. I think I'm going to take the Paperfin Rascal just in case we get a Marrow Reejerey, which we can search for. We want to have a lot of Merfolk going at that point. Fairy Trickery is okay, not really fond of it. You can't counter Inversion, you can't counter Mirror Entity. It's okay, makes the cut sometimes, but the Rascal, once in a while, you're really happy to have it. Not very often, but once in a while. And look at that, we're actually going to add a white card. Next Snap. It's fine, it's reasonable. We can splash for that if we want to. I hope we don't. Thieving Sprite just doesn't seem like it'll do much against our opponents. Maybe it'll get 2 for 1, get 2 cards to look at, but I think I'd rather have a Next Snap in this case. Not a card I'm very fond of usually, but this deck seems to be worth it. Needs the right deck for it. And sure enough, 3 of the 4 blue cards come back. Not the Turtle Shell Changeling, unfortunately, the one we really wanted, but these are all reasonable. Deep Tread Marrow is fine, Amoeboid Changeling is fine, Bentacore, not unreasonable. We don't have much of a late game aside from Command, which we probably won't play at this point. Well, who knows, right? I'm looking at Bentacore right now. I saw the late Amoeboid Changeling before. I think we'll get another one. Deep Tread Marrow, again, pretty easy to find if you want one. We'll go to Bentacore, just to have one available. Nothing much. Pollen Lullaby is okay. This might be the right deck for it. I don't really like Scattering Stroke for the same reasons as Fairy Trickery. Well, I can counter Inversion, but 4-mana counterspells are usually not quite worth it unless they have awesome effects with it, and the class for Mana Drain isn't quite there. Pollen Lullaby, sideboard card, sometimes main deck, but I'm okay taking it here. And Marrow Commerce, well, actually not that bad if you get a Drowner of Secrets. I could see Shimmering Grotto here, but with 2 Vivid Lands, a Twig, a Drum, I'm not too worried about our mana. regardless of the colors we go. So I'll take the Commerce on the hope it turns into something special later on. Dawnfluke, Buffoon, both sideboard cards. These two are actually pretty good. Kind of surprised to see them late, but of the cards here, which ones would we like to see for our side? I think it's the Buffoon, but basically they're both pretty irrelevant. And we'll certainly take the Axe-Grinder Giant away from the deck that won't play with it to our right side. Happy to see that Giant deck isn't explosive. Quillslinger Boggart number 2, why not? And a Fault Grinder, sure. Looks like the guy on our left isn't red either, which is kind of surprising considering what we passed.